Hello my friends, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am your host, the Dark Knight. Today, we're going to be focusing on ghosts, poltergeists and demons. We're going to take a deep dive into the world of the paranormal. And don't forget, I've hidden a secret word somewhere in the video. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to find the word, along with the timestamp, and drop it down below in the comment section. And the first 3 people to comment the right information will get a shout out at the end of the video. Let's begin. What happened to Tyler Kim? The following case was submitted by one of my loyal Dark Knights, Jason Johnson. Hello Jason, and thank you for all your help. So the following case is about a young man called Tyler Kim, who buys and sells things online to generate a side hustle. Everything was going great until Tyler decided to turn his attention to the world of haunted objects. Now, when it comes to haunted objects like dolls, it's basically like Russian roulette. The majority of these so-called haunted dolls are fake, with people preying on the lucrative world of the paranormal. Haunted objects mean big bucks, and people will pay through the nose to get their hands on the next Annabelle or Robert the doll. But unfortunately for Tyler, the doll in question that he bought really was very haunted, and it housed something evil and malevolent. So Tyler started to record the doll for his own sanity if nothing else, and also so there would be evidence of his experiences online for years to come, even though Tyler Kim would surely disappear. Tyler bought a random box of objects from a yard sale for $5, which he thought looked interesting. The prize jewel in the box of random objects was this creepy looking doll, which Tyler planned on selling online. A few hours later that night, Tyler is on eBay browsing things to sell, when he hears something move, which makes him look towards the box of random objects that he bought earlier that day. And that's when he sees something not normal. This is his video diary. Watch.
Dude, I swear this box just fucking moved on its own. Should we do that again? Okay. Oh shit.
Did you see that? So Tyler's on eBay browsing the Harry Potter section to see what he can get for his book, when he hears something move right in front of him. As Tyler points the phone at the doll, the whole box twitches. So Tyler draws closer to the doll, and that's when he sees the doll's hand move. So this actually freaked him out a bit. So he put the doll inside a cupboard. You know that saying, out of sight, out of mind? Well, it turns out that the doll didn't like being ignored. Watch.
So I'm playing video games at my desk and I just heard the guitar play itself and it moved, I swear. Let's see if it does it again. What was that? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Things were now getting worse. The doll was inside the cupboard, but as Tyler was gaming, from behind him, he heard one of his guitar strings getting plucked. Now that's something that cannot happen by accident. It takes considerable amount of force and concentration for a spirit to pluck a guitar string, and with the doll inside the cupboard and the guitar on the other side of the room, it meant that whatever resided inside the doll was now moving around Tyler's bedroom. As the guitar falls, there are 4 loud bangs, but this time the bangs sound a lot more harder and faster, like the spirit is getting angry. And as the banging happens, at the same time the guitar strings are played again. Tyler is left shaken, confused and scared, and as he looks around his room, he says he felt something standing next to him, as if someone or something just came into his bedroom. Then 3 slow, loud, clear knocks are heard, which made Tyler stop recording immediately. You see, 3 knocks, taps or bangs in the paranormal world means the presence of either an evil spirit or something demonic. After this video, Tyler said he tried to ignore it, but because of what just happened in his bedroom, in his own words, he said it was too much to ignore. And by then, the spirit was steadily gaining strength and momentum. And as you'll soon see, the paranormal events worsened with every video, with the activity even affecting other rooms in the flat. Watch.
So I'm at my desk and I just heard the water in the bathroom turn on by itself. This is the first time something's happened outside my room. So let's take it. If you're in here, can you move the curtain again? Alright. Do you want me to leave? So it just started knocking in the closet again. And actually the doll has moved since yesterday because it was in the corner, like kind of on its back, looking upwards, and now it's upright, so that's kind of scary. See if it'll knock anymore. Oh, or it'll just move the shirt in the closet. Hey, if you can hear me, just move it again. Alright. We can actually just go check it out, because there's no one in here. It's not really, it's kind of cluttered, so yeah, yesterday it was over here.
So this was the first time that something strange happened outside of Tyler's bedroom, and it was the day that the water turned on for the first time. Tyler says when he turned the water off, he heard a voice say something. Then, immediately after that, Tyler sees the shower curtain move more than once. He even points the camera behind the curtain and shows us quite clearly that there's no one hiding behind it. And when Tyler asks the spirit to move the shower curtain again, it obliges. This was definitely an intelligent spirit, meaning it was there in the present time and space with Tyler, communicating alongside him, and it seemed to be getting stronger. So by now, Tyler is well and truly getting used to the doll and the activity, and when he asks the doll to move the t-shirt, as you can see, it does. He even picks up the doll without a care. But shortly after this, everything changes. The activity starts to pick up, and the banging continues non-stop throughout the night, keeping Tyler awake all night long, which isn't fun. People in the comments were telling Tyler to get rid of the doll. One person even warned him about communicating with the doll. But Tyler responded by saying he was too afraid to get rid of the doll, in case the spirit remained with him inside his home, and so he held on to it.
So at my desk again, I heard the sink turn on, and then the light turned on when someone was washing it. So now I just turned it off, and it's on. I swear the doll just moved again, like the actual doll itself. So wait. I swear I just heard it move. Come on, move again. Hey, if you want me to leave, move. Okay. Hey, if you want me to leave, move. Okay. Again, there's no one. Sorry, it's kind of dark, but no one in here. But this guy, or girl, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's knocking again. See? Yeah. Hey, if you can hear me, move the doll again. Move it again. It was moving earlier. Move again. Okay. See that? Move it more. Still knocking too. Anything else? Oh, one chair. Anything else? We're knocking, okay. And as always, we'll go do a quick check. Nothing in here. Obviously not enough room for anyone here. It's just making some noises in there again. See if it starts to knock again. Probably not. Usually doesn't knock when I'm close by. But I had to turn it around because it was freaking me out a little bit. And oh, the sink just turned on by itself. Oh fuck. Just heard it knocking. No fucking way. And look, it's back up on its own again. That's insane. Turn around. I don't like looking at you. See.
The video that you just watched for me was very interesting, not to mention creepy. So Tyler actually had to turn the doll around because it was starting to freak him out. As he's talking, suddenly he hears the water in the bathroom has been turned on. So he goes to turn it off, But as he's doing so, Tyler hears banging coming from back in his bedroom, and, unbelievably, as Tyler returns back to the cupboard, the doll that was facing away only moments ago has now flipped itself all the way back around, facing Tyler again. And from here onwards, the activity only gets more and more stronger and scarier. Watch.
And the doll had just moved like 10 seconds ago, so I'm just waiting. See if anything happens. Oh, and there's knocking. Hey, if you can hear me, can you move something? Move it again? Oh shit. I swear that bottle just moved. Yep. Yeah, look, you can see the water inside moving everything. It's like midnight, and me and my cat just heard a bunch of crazy shit coming from the closet, and now he's just sitting up here, and he doesn't want to come down. I swear we heard a bunch of movement. Hey, if you can hear me. Oh my god, my cat's freaking out again. If you can hear me, move. Oh my gosh, even before I said it, it started moving. If you can hear me, move. Oh my gosh, even before I said it, it started moving. I swear it just moved and it's fucking staring at me. Yep. It's about 11:30. I heard some sounds coming from the closet again. Just waiting to see if it moves. Anything. If you can hear me, move. Or knock. Knock how you were doing earlier in the day. Nothing. If you can hear me. Yep, my shirt just fell down from the top of the closet. So I'm chilling here, and the doll started moving a lot. Something over here on my desk, I don't know what it was, my headset or something moved. This water bottle moved. So I'm kind of just waiting because it's actually a lot more at once than usual. If you can hear me, move something again. Anything. Just move something again. You're knocking on my bedroom door. Hello? Fuck. Hello? Just leave it alone.
In the video that you just watched, the activity has definitely amped up from just knocking to sounds, objects moving, water being turned on and bottles being thrown. But the activity is still about to get worse, and Tyler soon decides to use a Ouija board to try to make contact with the doll, to try and find out what it wants. So, all of this back and forth communication has given the spirit inside the doll the energy it needs by feeding off Tyler's responses, his communication, his electrical devices, and he himself. If he hadn't have reacted in the first place, or if he had just ignored the doll, there's a good chance that the activity would have stayed with just knocks and taps. But because Tyler wasn't educated enough in the paranormal field, he didn't know what his actions would lead to. So we'll never know.
Knocking again. Can you please stop? I really want to sleep. What do you want? Can you answer me? What is it that you want? Can you answer me? What is it that you want? Please stop.
So a short while after this, Tyler decides to take the advice from some of his viewers, and he uses a Ouija board to try to get some answers. But all it does is makes the activity 10 times worse. Watch.
So someone suggested I try using one of these boards to try and see if it'll say anything. I'm not going to touch the little plastic piece because obviously then it would look weird if it moved. So I'm just going to ask it questions and see if it moves the thing at all. Do you have a name? What is your name? You have to move the little plastic piece to reveal letters and spell something. It just moved. All right, I'm done. I'm not doing it. No, I haven't posted in a couple days, but I've been staying out of my room because it just got to be too much. But I swear, I've been hearing voices coming from there the last like 20 minutes.
I don't know what Tyler was thinking when he used the Ouija board. I mean, he even uses the doll that has a negative spirit attached to it by holding it close to the board. It's like everything bad that Tyler could do, he did it. And in doing so, he made the activity stronger and worse for himself. So it should have come as no surprise after a few days away at a friend's house. When Tyler returns home, he starts to hear voices coming from his bedroom. And after listening to the voices for about 20 minutes, Tyler turns on his phone and goes into his bedroom. And what he sees sends shivers down his spine. And immediately after this, Tyler Kim stops recording. And from that day forth, no one has heard from Tyler ever again. There are a lot of theories as to what happened to Tyler. But personally, I think a young man just got mixed up in something that he knew nothing about, and when the activity got worse, he took the advice that was given to him. Unfortunately for Tyler, the advice was bad, and by the end, things were so bad and so scary at home, I think he felt he had no choice but to stop recording. In the past, there's been other cases that I've covered when people not only stopped recording, but they've deleted all of their videos, believing that even the video's existence helps to create paranormal activity that they're experiencing at home. So they hope by deleting the videos they can also delete the paranormal activity, just like another case that I'm about to show you in this video. I've put out my feelers to try to get a hold of him, and if by chance I do hear from him, I will let you know. But in the meantime, you can check out his account on YouTube and TikTok. The name is on screen. But don't forget, when you get there, to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. The Poltergeist and Me.
Help, 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 help! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Get him off of me! Get him off of me! Get him off of me! Ah! There's somebody grab my leg! Billy! Help me! Help me! Somebody grab my leg! Billy! Ah!
I hear you. I'm right here.
God!
I'm right here, honey.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Billy, help!
On the 30th of January 2021, an American woman that goes by the name of Candice Gardner started to film and document paranormal activity in her home. She lives with her family and says that their activity has been going on for years, but because of normal everyday life, she just put up with it. Candice says they hear sounds every single day in all of the rooms, knocks and bangs on walls and doors, like in our last case, as well as heavy footsteps stomping all over the house. Also, furniture gets moved around a lot, and objects like cups, plates, knives and toys gets thrown violently into the air. Being a full-time mum and working on top of that means that they had to make the best of a bad situation. So Candice and her family learned to live alongside it. And let me tell you this, the activity is crazy. So after work, Candice would sit and watch paranormal videos on YouTube, and she'd see what people were recording and sharing online from their experiences at home, and she realized that she wasn't alone. Also, her activity seemed to be worse than what she was seeing online. So she turned on her cameras and started to document. Watch.
Okay, I don't smoke. Although it sounds like I do right now. My garage door just flew open. I don't know. For no reason. What in the hell is it? It's moving. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. What the fuck is that? Okay, it's coming towards me. What in the hell is that?
Did you turn it back on?
Yeah. You do it again? You do it again? One more time? Can you go forward? Make it go forward. One more time, please.
There's forward for you, honey.
Can you do forward one more time? Can you do forward?
There's forward for you, honey.
Can you do forward one more time? Can you do forward?
Did you see that?
No.
This just moved.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Can you make that move again?
So Candice was busy filming the Spider-Man toy when the remote control started to move. Candice didn't notice it at the time, but her husband did. I've checked out this toy online, and the remote control has 2 buttons that you can see, forward and back. And on the other side of the remote control is where you put the batteries. And before you ask, the control doesn't vibrate. So the fact that it moved was really strange. The following short clips feature poltergeist activity, and it all seems to happen around Candice. She says this is a typical day in the house for her. This is what she captured. Watch. And then it happened. As Candice was making dinner, one of her kitchen knives flies out of the block, past her head and into the air, and landed on the other side of the kitchen. Now, imagine Candice was standing a little bit more to the left of the kitchen. That knife would have hit her in the face. Here's some more footage that Candice captured in the house. Now, remember the first clip that I showed when Candice walked into her garage and saw that white wispy thing? Well, in this video, a door on top of the stairs opens on its own, and then you see a white smoky-like apparition appear. Candice hasn't posted in almost 2 years, and I think I know why. A lot of people in the comments didn't believe or support her, and they played it off like it was a joke. Obviously, the footage that I've shown you here today, I believe is 100% genuine. And most probably, Candice would have posted more videos had she had the support. So after you finish watching my video, jump on over to Candice's channel and show us some support in the form of a comment or two. And when you get there, don't forget to tell her the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you.
Help, 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 help! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Get him off of me! Get him off of me! Get him off of me! Ah! There's somebody grab my leg! Billy, help me! Help me! Something grab my leg! Billy! Ah!
I hear you. I'm right here.
God!
I'm right here, honey.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Billy, help! No! No! I don't know. No!
I'm right here, honey. I'm right here. Please, just still for a second. Please, just still for a second.
Oh my God! Please! Oh my God! Please don't have my leg!
See, I had your leg.
No! Something twisted my fucking leg! My ass actually hurts! No!
If you're enjoying my work so far, and you're interested in ghosts, poltergeists and demons and strange dark mysteries, then subscribe to my channel Project Dark Knight Horror and turn on the bell icon so you'll never miss one of my videos. Thank you. The Haunted Apartment. For our next case, we're traveling to sunny Florida to visit husband and wife Johnny and Digiana. Now, even though they live in the Sunshine State, their home life is filled with dark clouds, and it's been that way for years. Before they moved in, the landlord explained that the apartment was haunted and lowered the rent by $200 a month because of the activity. In fact, before Johnny and Digiana lived in apartment 202, there used to be another tenant called Alex. One day, a letter was posted into the apartment addressed to the previous tenant Alex. So Johnny thought that this would be a good opportunity to reach out to her on Facebook and ask the burning question that they were dying to know: if she had ever experienced paranormal activity in apartment 202. And she did. She verified everything that Johnny and Digiana were seeing and telling people in their videos. Alex experienced running footsteps, poltergeist activity like objects being thrown, and a shadow figure showed itself to her. The reason that they're living in this nightmare in the first place is because the apartment was haunted, and Before moving in, they never believed in ghosts. After speaking with them, I realized that the biggest issue the couple have living in the apartment is the fear. Whatever is dwelling in apartment 202, it whispers in Digiana's ears. Just imagine that for a second, right? You're chilling in your home, laying in your bed or in the shower like when it happened to Digiana, and suddenly you hear a whisper clearly in your ear, and you know you're not tripping because you felt the breath on your ear and felt the presence with you. And Johnny told me that something runs up to him really fast and hard, and you can feel and hear the footsteps approaching. Also, sometimes when he's walking around the apartment, or if he turns a corner and opens a door, suddenly he'll flinch because he hears and feels something is there. Can you imagine living like this? This is why I said that I'd help them get their story out there. Let me give you a taste of what life's like for them living in apartment 202. Now, the first video you're about to watch is actually quite long, so I've had to cut it down for time, but you can watch all of their videos in full afterwards. So very recently, Johnny uploaded a video to his channel showing him very angry, fed up and pushed to a breaking point after years of paranormal activity. But also, on this night, as Jay and Digiana were laying in bed, they both heard a man's voice say very clearly, "Honey," on Digiana's side of the bed. Please excuse Johnny's swearing. In his defense, he's a man on the edge, trying to defend his wife against a real threat. And it didn't end well. Watch.
Leave us alone. This is our apartment. She didn't want me to come at you and address you, but I have to. She's my responsibility. This is my apartment, her apartment. It's not your apartment. You need to leave us alone. No more whispering in her ears when she's showering. No more growling in her fucking ear while she's sleeping. You touching her foot and freaking the dog out. Please stop it. I heard that they can see you in this mirror. If I film in this mirror, you get all that crap you're doing, that noise you're making. You have your chance right now to make some noise, unless you're gonna be a little bitch. Don't be a coward. Do it. Show yourself. Do something. Oh my God. Fuck!
What's happening?
Remember, I cut the video because of time, so make sure you check it out in full after this. So the footage starts with Johnny talking out loud to the entity who's haunting their apartment, because a few minutes before he started recording, something called out to his wife, very clearly next to her. And this is the latest in a long line of scary activity that's been personally aimed at his wife. So Johnny is addressing the entity because he's had enough. He's swearing and asking the entity to show itself, so he taunts it. And after a good few minutes, he's about to give up, when suddenly something happens that scares the living daylights out of him and sends him running. Johnny calls the entity a coward and taunts it to move something while he's standing there watching, and the entity obliges. All of a sudden, you hear a glass object being thrown off the table towards Johnny. I've slowed down the footage, so let's look at it frame by frame. He turns around after hearing the glass candle holder move, just in time to see it fall towards him. Straight away, Johnny backs away out of the room. But in the last few frames before the video ends, a mirror gets thrown off the wall and falls to the floor.
I'm not gonna live here much longer. Last night, we were in bed, and our dog was asleep next to us, and there was a growl. It growled. It sounded like his growl, and it was, and we were literally looking at him when it happened, and then we looked at each other and we heard "get out." So we don't want to stay here much longer. We're gonna look for a place to go. Every night is getting worse and worse. Like, this thing comes in waves where it'll be, it'll be okay, and like you'll have some activity, and then it'll do this.
Johnny works in the hospital, and he started to notice that strange activity started happening at work as well. So one day, after he finishes his shift, he decides to make a short video, and what he captured on camera is amazing and proves that something is definitely following him, even at work. Watch.
Any spirits here?
Johnny didn't notice this at the time, but while he was recording at work and using an EMF device, he captured something truly bizarre. On a chair right in front of him, a shadow figure could be seen. You can even make out its head, which is transparent. And the people in the comments saw it too. As the couple sit and chill one day at home, Johnny hears the bathroom door handle move. So both Johnny and Diana start to look over towards the bathroom, because that's a hotspot for paranormal activity.
Baby.
Yeah.
For last week.
Exactly. Can you please? Yeah. So, yeah. And the ball. Look at the ball. Yeah.
For last week.
Exactly. Can you please? Yeah. So, yeah. And the ball. Look at the ball. No way.
I swear to God. Close it again, close it. Close it. Fuck. Uh-huh. Fuck. Uh-huh. Wow.
Oh. Oh. Hi. So we've been rearranging furniture today, vacuuming, and I have no strings on this. We've been rearranging furniture today, vacuuming, and I have no strings on this. I slam it, and it opens back up. I've had this piece of furniture for 6 years, and I've never had this happen before. It's trying to get our attention. It probably doesn't like that we're, you know, moving things around, cleaning and vacuuming, and I keep hearing something. Yeah, so this is what happened. Take a look. No way. No way.
I swear to God. Close it. Close it again. Close it. Bro.
I hope I recorded that.
Okay. Wait, are you recording?
Out there.
Oh,
Go check on him.
oh my God.
No strings. No strings. No strings on here. There's nothing underneath.
There's nothing. Just whatever. There's nothing that you can actually open the drawer.
Nothing back here. See? No strings. Nothing. You have to prove it.
Yeah, of course.
They won't believe you.
Oh.
Yo!
Oh my goodness.
What's up, bro? Oh, he's running.
Okay, what's happening? I'm freaking out. Bye.
Hello, Dark Knight fam. I'm John,
And I'm Dijana.
and our apartment is haunted.
It started small and innocent, but quickly became terrifying,
We tried everything we could to stop the haunting, but it wouldn't stop.
which is why we started documenting everything on YouTube.
Here's some of the paranormal activity that we've experienced in here. Bad smells, cold spots, objects moving on their own.
Blankets getting pulled, shadow figure, tall transparent figure in the kitchen.
There's like a static charge that you feel. It feels like somebody's watching you. It's a feeling of dread. I remember I had goosebumps all over my face. It gets that bad. The doors have slammed on their own. The TV, that's like one of its favorite things to do is turn on the TV on its own. In the laundry room, we have the worst problem with the laundry room. The cooler getting thrown off the shelf. And then the whispering, like come up and whisper right in your ear.
And it can be quiet for like a month or 2 months, and then starts all over again.
Yeah, that's a good point. We want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching our videos along the way.
Your support is very much appreciated. We feel like we are no longer suffering in silence. Thank you.
Johnny and Digiana have a lot more videos on their channel, so make sure to go and check them out. Now that I've got in contact with them, they've assured me that any new videos that they capture, I will be the first to know. Johnny and Digiana are a nice couple in love, just trying to get by, which at the moment is even harder because of the activity. Johnny is terrified for Digiana, because whatever is haunting their home, it seems to be singling her out. So he's up most nights trying to keep her safe, which makes him very tired in the morning. And on top of everything else, Johnny works in the hospital, and we all know the long hours that hospital staff work. So after you finish watching my video, jump on over to their channel, Haunted Apartment 202. They're expecting you, and drop them a comment. But don't forget, when you get there, to tell them the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you.
Don't be a coward. Do it. Show yourself. Do something. Oh my god! Fuck!
What's happening?
It's a family affair. For chapter 4, we're visiting a French woman called Melia, who is a single mum of 3, and she's in a really bad situation. Some time ago, Melia broke up with her husband and they had to separate. Melia got full custody of the kids and decided to move out of the house that her husband owned. So she moved 300 miles away and found a house to rent for her and her 3 kids. This was supposed to be a new start, in a new home, in a new place. Melia moved to a property that was built onto the ruins of a 100-year-old house that was used by nuns and runaway women. In the 1900s, in the exact location where Melia is renting a home, there used to be an old country house that was used by the nuns, who would do their missionary work in and around the village where Melia now lives. The nuns opened their doors to orphan children and runaway young girls, and women who were abused and on the run from their partners, also women who got pregnant and were shunned by society. So basically women and children with troubling pasts who needed help in a safe place to live. But unfortunately, the house and the nuns had to close its doors for good because of some deaths that happened at the old country house in the 1900s. One of the runaway women's husbands found out where the girls were, and for reasons that Melia didn't mention, 4 of the women were brutally murdered. I can't go into details because of community guidelines, but suffice to say, a group of men broke in and took it upon themselves to end the lives of these women who were unfortunately looked down upon, all because of their circumstances. So after the French authorities concluded their investigation, the church and the council decided that the nuns would have to close their doors, and the house sat abandoned for years. But eventually, the teeth of time gnawed at the exterior until all that remained was a husk of the ruins. Until 100 years later, a new house was built on the very same spot that innocent blood was spilt, and that's where Melia comes into it. After months of living in fear and sadness because of such strong, scary paranormal activity, Melia went to the town hall to get the history of the land that her house was built on. And that's when she found out about its troubling past. She also received 2 pictures from the town hall. The first picture shows the front of the house, and the second picture shows some of the orphans and women that lived and worked on the land. Now I'm going to show you a few of her videos to highlight what she's experiencing in her home. Melia started to record the activity so she could show the landlord what was happening in his house, and when the landlord did nothing and tried to fob her off, Melia stopped paying the rent and took to social media. Now, one of her daughters, the youngest one, is seeing things, and it's a bit strange because her daughter calls it a lady. And on another occasion, she says it was on the ceiling and walls watching her. Now, why would a young child, no more than 6 years old, say something like that, unless it was real? Watch.
Ma maison, elle est hantée par des bonnes sœurs. Si tu me suis depuis un moment, tu sais ce que j'ai vécu chez moi comme phénomènes paranormaux. Et j'avais décidé de plus en parler étant donné que les choses s'étaient vachement apaisées. J'avais pas envie d'alimenter le truc. Il y a quelques mois, j'avais fait une demande auprès de la mairie pour savoir ce qu'il y avait avant ma maison. Puisque comme tu le sais peut-être, ma maison elle a été construite sur une ancienne bâtisse en ruine depuis minimum 100 ans. Donc j'avais réussi à obtenir aucune info auprès des voisins, etc. Bref, en mairie, ils m'avaient dit qu'ils essaieraient de se renseigner et qu'ils reviendraient vers moi. J'ai fait ma demande il y a un moment déjà et que j'avais pas eu de réponse, j'avais tout simplement lâché l'affaire. Mais j'ai reçu des nouvelles hier soir. Trop bizarre. Bref, donc j'ai reçu 2 photos de la part de la mairie que je vais vous mettre. Et il se trouve que ma maison avant était une école de bonnes sœurs. je sais pas comment prendre cette info en fait. J'ai montré les photos à ma petite de 3 ans, elle a directement fermé les yeux, elle m'a dit stop maman, donc évidemment j'ai pas insisté. Mais j'ai trouvé ça trop bizarre. Et sachant que j'ai bugué sur la photo avec les petites filles, parce qu'il y en a une, j'ai l'impression de l'avoir déjà vue en rêve à l'époque où les phénomènes étaient très intenses. Donc trop bizarre. Je ferme le chapitre. J'ai eu les réponses que je voulais. Je cherche pas à avoir d'autres... J'ai entendu bruit où je vais monter. Je vais filmer parce que si ça se trouve, je suis complètement timbrée. Je sais pas. Bordel! C'est quoi ça? Oh non, mais c'est pas possible. C'est réel, je suis pas folle. J'ai rien fait du tout, moi. Je fais quoi, putain? Mais non, là, stop. C'est pas vrai. L'interrupteur, il est là, devant moi, là. Y a personne, y a personne. C'est pas une blague.
Je me suis fait une bêtise.
Ah ouais, mon bébé?
Maintenant, ses copains ils sont venus.
Ah oui, à la dame, ils sont venus, ses copains?
Elle a un chapeau tout marron et tout noir.
Un chapeau tout marron et tout noir?
Oui. Mon ami s'appelle Marco.
Marco?
Oui. Des grandes pattes, des grandes yeux et des grandes pattes.
Oh, ok.
Et des grandes dents.
Ok.
Ça fait pas quand il se lève.
Quand il se lève? Pourquoi?
Et où est ses grandes dents.
Ah, ok.
Et aussi paille.
Et il fait quoi?
Et il avait mes croquis.
Comment tu sais si j'ai éteint ou j'ai pas éteint?
Bah parce que je la vois.
Oui. Maman n'est pas restée. Il est pas le temps de m'appeler. Alors j'ai mis la télé.
Ah bon? Bah c'est pas grave.
What? Ça fait plus d'une heure déjà. Même pas plus, ça fait 5 heures déjà.
Ma soeur, il y avait des monstres.
Des monstres?
Oui.
Et maintenant du coup?
Ça va pas mieux.
Ça va pas mieux?
Oui. C'est jamais la pire.
Ah bon?
Oui. Il veut me prendre. Mais moi, je veux rester avec vous.
Oui mon bébé, tu vas rester avec moi. Je te le promets, je te le promets.
This clip really broke my heart, and the things that the child was saying was not acting all fake. The little girl was talking so sweetly to her mum, and when I translated it, it really got to me. She tells her mum that the woman from the ceiling was in the bedroom watching her, and that they are really monsters. Then she tells her mum it's not getting any better. You can really sense the sadness in her little voice. This innocent child should be experiencing a happy childhood, but it's being robbed by this thing. The daughter then says she's the worst lady and that she wants to take me away, but I want to stay here with you, Mum. I'm not gonna lie, this got to me. And just then, Even while she's talking about it, a shadow flies by past mum and daughter.
Attends, je te montre, c'est celui-ci. Tu vois, avant il avait celui-là, mais il est un peu petit, du coup on lui a pris celui-là. Je vais t'envoyer le lien, franchement, pour aller dans sa nouvelle chambre, il est grave content. Et... c'est quoi ça? Putain. Il est là l'interrupteur. J'ai pas compris, franchement, je sais plus, hein. Franchement. Il y a un reflet là ou c'est moi? C'est quoi ça? Ah non, c'est le reflet du truc. Je t'ai pas touché, ma fille. Gros câlin, ma fille, viens. Elle va partir, mon cœur, t'inquiète pas. Ça va aller, ma fille, t'inquiète pas, je suis là. N'aie pas peur, mon cœur, maman, elle est là. Je reste avec toi.
So that was another glimpse into the family's reality. Most nights, the family can hear whispering coming from very close to them, and for some reason the youngest daughter is being singled out. As of a few months ago, Melia started to sleep next to her daughter because the youngest gets woken up in the middle of the night, talking to a woman, saying things like, "She's just my mum," or "She pulled my hair," and more scarier things like when she told her mum that the woman on the ceiling has such big hands.
Maman, elle me fait... Et attends, mais elle me fait pas avec ses grandes dents.
Elle a des grandes dents?
Oui.
Oh non.
Il a les souris, il a dans mes souris.
Elle sourit? Ça te fait peur?
Oui. Il reste toujours sur le plafond et me regarde.
Elle te regarde et ça te fait peur?
Oui.
D'accord, mon cœur, elle va partir. Elle va partir, la dame.
Quand il est pas moi, il rit quelqu'un plus. Maman, c'est pas Mélia.
Oui, je te crois, ma fille.
Maman, il me regarde.
While the kids are at school, Malia took part in her live, and as she's talking, you can hear banging sounds in the background. It's not just the fear that gets to you, it's things like knocks and taps that happen constantly that wear you down gradually all throughout the day. And it's the sleepless nights, as well as always second guessing yourself. And it starts to show in the following video. Malia lives miles away from her family, and she doesn't even have any neighbors. This move to the countryside was supposed to be a new start.
Ouais, je suis toute seule, ouais. Ouais, mais merci Kim, t'es un amour. Mais franchement, il y a des jours, c'est fatigant en fait. En plus, je pense que je suis malade parce que j'arrête pas de vomir et tout. Donc la fatigue, la maladie, et en plus tu remets les bruits là, de merde là. Pardon. J'ai pas envie de parler avec des gens parce qu'il y a des gens qui sont méchants et franchement j'ai pas envie, tu vois, j'ai pas envie, j'ai pas le courage pour l'instant, j'ai pas envie. Merci. Non, franchement, j'ai fait beaucoup d'efforts. Il y a plein de fois où je fais comme si de rien n'était. Franchement, la plupart du temps, j'arrive de mieux en mieux. Bon, la nuit, quand tu vois, on te griffe le bras, t'es en train de dormir, y a qui réagit pas, tu vois. Ça descend les marches.
The bedroom door was opening and closing by itself, so Malia walked towards it. But she didn't notice this at the time until watching it back. But while the door was opening and closing, something could be seen in the bedroom. It looked like a sheet or a dress, but as Malia walked into the bedroom, her daughter was fast asleep and no one else is in the room. And there was nothing in the way that could explain the thing that was moving. Also, what did it look like to you? Let me know down below in the comment section. everyone in the house is fast asleep apart from Malia, who swears she just heard her youngest daughter calling out to her very softly. But as you can see in the video, her youngest daughter is fast asleep. But just then, you hear a child's voice in the same room as her calling Mum. And there's something odd about the voice. It's very quiet, almost like it's muffled. So she checks on the other kids, and once again, she hears a child's voice, but her daughter is fast asleep. So that means the entity has started to mimic her daughter's voice. So very recently, things have got a lot worse. So bad, in fact, has the haunting got that Malia has now stopped recording, and she's deleted about 80% of her videos because she thinks by watching it and having the footage, it gives the entity power. But before she deleted all the videos, I was sent these. Now what you're about to see is the entity showing itself to Malia. This is what she saw when she opened the door. Watch. And then it happened again. As Malia tries to take her mind off things by making a silly fun TikTok, something was watching her from the shadows. Watch.
Ne comprends absolument rien du tout. Je suis complètement perdu. Je ne comprends.
I don't know what the future holds for Malia. I was planning on staying in touch with her, and I was in the process of getting her some help. So there you have it. That was Malia's full story about her haunting. She's still in the property at the moment, and I do know that she stopped paying the rent because the landlord hasn't done anything to help clear out the spirits. So the landlord really needs to step up. Hopefully this will help get her story out there. So if you want to help Malia, jump on over to her account. The name is on screen. And when you get there, drop her a comment or two and let her know that we care. But don't forget to tell her the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. If you've seen something scary, creepy, or amazing, and you captured something paranormal on camera, or you might be unlucky enough to live in a haunted house and you need some help and advice and you think you're all alone, well, you're not. Project Dark Knight Horror is here for you. So send in your videos, links, emails, and recommendations to Project Dark Knight. The email is on screen. Thank you. My flatmate is a ghost. On the 7th of November 2024, an unknown man started uploading videos to his YouTube channel about the strange activity in his home. He said since moving in, a lot of strange things have been happening. Recently, I began filming everything I do to try to capture as many of these occurrences as I can. He's asked the viewers for help because he doesn't know what this could be, since he knows absolutely nothing about the paranormal. The first video was uploaded November last year, and it shows the man chilling with his dogs when he hears something strange. Watch.
Sit. Good girls. Pow. Pow. Whatever. Let me get you a treat. Alright, wait. There it is. There you go. There you go. That was fucking weird. Okay.
So the man was hanging out with his dogs, training them while filming, when something happened that was out of the norm. While he was walking back out of the bedroom, the drawer that was right in front of him inexplicably opened. He walks out of the room and gives the dog a treat. Then he goes back into the room, and even though we don't actually see it, you hear him close the drawer. And as he walks out of the bedroom, just then you hear the drawer open up again. The man turns around, and instead of seeing an open drawer, he sees the bedroom door closing shut.
Hello?
So the man's working on the dining table when he starts to hear some noises coming from upstairs, but he decides to ignore it and keeps on working. Then something happens that he can't ignore. You hear very clear, loud, slow footsteps coming towards him. The footsteps sounded like it was walking on wooden flooring, so he gets up to investigate and walks into the kitchen. He's about to turn the corner in the kitchen when something else happens that stops him dead in his tracks. The kitchen cupboard opens up by itself and something falls out. Stunned, he stands still for a few seconds, and someone or something must have been there too watching him, because when he draws closer to the cupboard, a bag of sugar flies out towards him, which makes him leave the kitchen really quickly. And then last month on the 27th of February, the man was woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning on the dot by something knocking on his bedroom door, and he could hear something moving beyond that in the hallway. Watch.
I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'm just trying to sleep. I literally just dozed off. It sounds like somebody knocking at my fucking door. Hello?
This exact same piece of activity happens in thousands of cases all over the world, and it even happened in the first video that I showed you. Do you remember? Something knocks on the bedroom door, and even though they shouldn't open the door, people still do, and when they walk towards the next door, it always closes. Watch the first video again that I showed you and see how similar the activity is.
They're knocking on my bedroom door. Hello? Hello?
Similar events are happening all over the globe, from France to Spain, the UK to the US. and because we don't understand it, a lot of the uninitiated call it fake.
Hey guys, another sleepless night here, but I wanted to make this video real quick to address some things people are saying about my videos. In particular, that there's a cord wrapped around the drawer, saying that my videos are fake. I'm telling you, the toll it's taken on me is not fake. Here is the drawer, the infamous cord. It's my phone charger. I'll keep it here because you can access it from my bed. Apparently people are saying that it was used to open the drawer from over here, and that it's not visible later in the video when I close the drawer. If you look, it is certainly visible. I don't know. People just think everything they see on the internet is fake. But for those of you that are showing me love, thank you. And I'll continue to keep posting updates as they happen. Thank you.
Hello my friends, and thank you for watching to the very end. I hid a secret word somewhere in the video. Your mission, if you chose to accept it, was to find the word, along with the timestamp, and drop it down below in the comment section. And the first 3 people to comment the right information will get a shout out at the end of the video. The last video's secret word was family. Well done to the first 3 people to comment the right information. Their names are Kimmy Deering, 7695, Bonnie and Clyde, T9U, and Brian White, 1644. Well done, and thank you for finding the word. Thank you for watching, and good luck for the next video. Also, I'd like to say a massive thank you to my lovely loyal Patreons who go the extra mile to support Project Dark Knight. Getting the views isn't always a guarantee, and with so much competition, it's hard for channels to grow and to be noticed, which is always a worry. But with the help and support from my loyal kind Patreons, keeping the engines running at Project Dark Knight isn't one of them. And by becoming Patreons and supporting my channel personally, these people have shown that they believe in Project Dark Knight and what it stands for. Some of the names on this list have been with me from the very beginning. Their names are Dawson Lip, Turtle Chief 9, Laura Rhodey, George Lopez, Donna Sayers, Trumpet, Anna, KJ Majid, Honey Badger, Charlie X24, Christy Santisteven, RU Voodoo, Archie Kiriakou, Gail Fogelson, David, Nick Gaspard, Elizabeth 74 Gibb, Jamie Salvador Garay, Sahara 702, Heather Shaw, Susie Still, Jonna Marie Larson, Sean Patton, Noah is my only daughter, and Brandy Bradley. Thank you everyone from the bottom of my heart for your kind and generous support. It means everything to me. I will continue to share my content with you earlier than anywhere else, and I'll be starting a brand new series shortly, so you'll be the first people to see it. It's my little way of saying thank you for supporting my channel. I will always continue to make videos to the best of my abilities, and I'm so proud of my channel and our community. And the bigger the channel gets, the more people I can reach and help. So until my next video, from the bottom of my heart to all my lovely loyal Patreons, and also you at home, my dear subscribers, thank you for supporting my channel, because when it's all said and done, it's thanks to amazing people like you that keep the engines running here at Project Dark Knight. And always remember, you've been watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am the Dark Knight, signing off. Peace!
Don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks.